If you run an independent auto business, you already know that growth can feel like a double-edged sword, right? More business is fantastic, but it almost always brings more chaos. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, well, this explainer is for you.
You've built a really successful business. Congratulations. But you might be feeling like a victim of that success. The hands-on, do-it-all approach that got you here is probably starting to feel like a bottleneck, and that growth feels less like a smooth climb and more like just controlled chaos.
So, let's get real. Where does your schedule live? Is it on a whiteboard that looks like a Jackson Pollock painting by the end of the day? Or maybe worse, is it all trapped in the head of your best tech? You know, the one you absolutely cannot afford to lose. A system like that works perfectly, right up until the moment it just doesn't.
And then there's the classic supply chain surprise. You've got a vehicle up on the lift, the team is ready to rock, and that's when you find out a critical part is on back order. Suddenly, a bay is tied up, the customer is getting nervous, and your whole day's plan is out the window. That's not just an inconvenience, that's lost revenue. It's a hit to your bottom line and your reputation. Or how about this one? You send out a big estimate, a really high-value job. The customer says they'll think about it. A week goes by, and crickets. That hot lead has gone completely cold, all because there was no system in place for someone to follow up. That's not just a missed sale. That's literal cash you left on the table. And let's talk about your customers. The moment a customer has to pick up the phone and call you for an update, you're already behind. You're playing defense, reacting to their stress, instead of proactively managing their experience. Every single one of those calls is a little fire you have to put out, and it pulls you and your team away from doing the actual work. Okay, so if any of this is hitting close to home, I want you to hear this loud and clear. It's not your fault. You and your team are working incredibly hard. The problem isn't a lack of effort, it's that you're trying to build a modern, growing business on an outdated foundation. You've just outgrown your infrastructure. So here it is, the big aha moment. All those daily fires, the scheduling mess, the parts delays, the missed follow-ups, they're not the real problem. They're just symptoms. The root cause, the real fire, is that your business's complexity grew faster than its systems could keep up. You're running a multi-million-dollar operation with the same playbook used on day one. It's time for a new foundation.
That foundation is called Quanton OS. The easiest way to think of it is like a digital twin of your absolute best shop manager, one that never sleeps, never forgets anything, and can literally be in 10 places at once. It's an AI-powered operating system that connects to the tools you already use and orchestrates your entire business.
Now, this is a really crucial point. This is not another piece of software you have to learn or install or manage. You don't have to train your team on some whole new thing. Quanton OS is a fully managed operating system that we deploy and operate for you. We handle all the tech stuff so you can get back to focusing on what you do best. Look, we know the last thing you want is another massive IT project. That's why we designed the integration to be completely painless. We connect to your existing systems, your shop management software, your QuickBooks, whatever, through secure APIs. Your data stays where it is, your team's workflow doesn't change one bit. The only difference is that now, everything starts working together perfectly. Quanton OS is a complete system, but let's just focus on the agents that are going to solve the exact problems we just talked about. Each one of these is a specialist, an expert in one specific area of your business, ready to start making an impact from day one. But here's the real magic. These agents don't just work on their own. The governing agent is like the conductor of an orchestra. It's the central brain that makes sure every single part of your business is in perfect sync. It sees everything all the time, and it coordinates the other agents so they're all working together as one intelligent system. All right, so that's the what. Let's get to the so what. What does this actually look like in your shop day to day? Let's talk about how Quanton OS transforms your business from that manual, reactive world to a governed, proactive operation. Just imagine this. A customer books an appointment and instantly gets a confirmation. While their car is in your shop, they get automatic updates at every key step. That big estimate you sent, the system follows up for you so you never lose a sale just because you got busy. Suddenly, your customers feel like they're in the loop, and your team is finally free from being changed to the phone. So remember that chaotic whiteboard schedule? The operations agent makes it a thing of the past. Think of it as your new air traffic controller for the shop. It manages your service bays to get the most out of every single day. It tracks every job with military precision, from intake to delivery. The chaos is replaced by a calm, predictable rhythm. And what about those parts delays that bring everything to a grinding halt? Well, the inventory and supply chain agent is your early warning system. It can see a potential parts delay coming from a mile away, and it flags that job before the car ever makes it onto the lift. You're not reacting to problems anymore, you're getting ahead of them.
And finally, let's talk about the most important part, getting paid. The finance agent is your new, tireless accounts receivable department. The second a job is marked complete, the invoice goes out. If an account goes past due, it follows up automatically and politely. No more awkward phone calls, no more chasing money. Just a predictable, steady cash flow.
I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds amazing, but it also sounds big and probably expensive. We totally get that. That's exactly why we created a first step that's simple, low risk, and delivers immediate value.
We call it the Discovery and Diagnostic. It's a short, fixed-fee project where we dive deep into your operations with you. We don't just find problems, we actually put a dollar figure on them. We'll show you exactly where money is leaking out of your business and precisely how much it's costing you every year.
And here is the most important part of all. At the end of this process, you get a full diagnostic report. This is your personal blueprint for a more profitable, efficient business. And it is yours to keep. Period. Whether you decide to move forward with us or not, there's no obligation, there's no pressure. It's just a clear, data-driven look at your business and a roadmap for its future. If you're ready to trade chaos for control, this is the place to start.